now to settle in, to allow our attention to arrive back into our bodies. And you might have your eyes open or closed. And just give yourself a moment to find this position where you're able to relax, where you're able to slow down. And as you settle in, just begin to notice your breath. Without intentionally trying to change your breath in any way, just notice. Notice any sensations, feelings as you breathe in and as you breathe out. So noticing and observing the breath as you breathe in through the nostrils and as you breathe out, either through the nostrils or out through your mouth. Continue a few more cycles of breath. And as you settle into your breath, notice if you're able to gradually lengthen the breath. So take a little longer to breathe in and a little longer to breathe out. And with each exhale, notice any sensations in your body. Noticing if you can find any areas in the body where you can begin to relax and let go. Noticing any sensations that might be arising, whether you perceive them as positive or negative. Try to just be with these sensations without judgment, without the need to try to fix or change anything. And just quietly observe. And whenever you find yourself getting involved in thinking and storytelling, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. And take one last deep breath in. And breathe all the way out. And gently open your eyes. Bring your attention back into the room. Okay, so we're gonna come to a standing position to begin. So take your time to come up, especially if you were on your back. Slowly come on up. And come to the top of your mat. And so just come to a comfortable standing position. So maybe feet are roughly hip distance apart. And you might just gently rock back and forth from the heels towards the toes, just shifting the weight. And then gradually allow your body to settle in, finding the center of the heels, the pinky toe mounts, and the big toe mounts as the points of your feet. Okay. Now as you inhale, you're going to reach the arms up overhead. And imagine you're holding onto a little energy ball here. Now on your next exhale, you're going to allow the knees to begin to soften. And so you're trying to bring this energy ball slowly down, down, down towards the earth. Allow everything to sink down. Again, inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring this energy down. One more breathing in. and out. Now this time reach the arms up overhead. Stay with this grounded energy in the legs as you exhale, forward bend. Come halfway up as you inhale. Hands might be on the floor, maybe on your blocks, or maybe on your legs. And then exhale, lower back down. Now from here, you can keep the hands on the ground, or if you have your blocks with you, you can bring them onto your mat, frame your feet, and you're going to step the right foot back to come to a lunge. Give yourself a moment here to make sure you're steady. Can we gently draw the heart forward as you relax the shoulders down and perhaps look forward. From here, we're going to lower the back knee down. We're going to slowly come on up. Option 1, you can walk your hands onto your legs to help you up. Or option 2, you're going to keep grounding down into the legs. Squeeze the inner thighs, engage the belly, and slowly bring the arms up overhead. Option to stay right here, or you can always bring your hands to your heart or hands onto your hips. See what works. Now you might decide to sink a little bit deeper into the hips, and you might draw the chest forward and lift the heart up to the sky, and you might look up, just coming to a back bend where you're comfortable here. And then gently bring the hands back down. We're going to stay on hands and knees. We're going to bring the front leg back, and here you can remove your blocks, coming to tabletop. We're going to keep the hips over the knees as you walk the hands forward. Coming to puppy dog pose. It's going to start to melt the chest towards the ground. You can allow the head to relax. Come as far as it is comfortable, so you might be able to drop the forehead down to the ground. And then when you're ready, we're going to press into the hands to come on up. We're going to shift forward, bring the elbows down, and bring the belly to the ground, coming to Sphinx pose. Press the toenails down, draw the heart forward. Press into the arms, and breathe. And gently, we're going to release. You can bring the elbows out to the side so you can release down. And then bring the hands beside the rib cage. Tuck the toes under. You can come onto hands and knees, and then find your way to downward facing dog. It might feel good to take a moment here to walk out the legs. All right, settle in. And then looking towards your hands, you can start to walk the feet up, coming to a forward bend. Know that your legs can be as bent as they need to be here. Come halfway up, lengthen along the spine, pull the belly in, and then exhale, lower. Bend into the knees, look forward, sweep the arms forward, come up to stand. Hands to your heart, exhale. Again, finding contact into the points of the feet, feel grounded. From the tops of the legs, feel energy traveling all the way down into the points of the feet. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Again, hold on to this energy ball, soften the knees, and exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, soften the legs, feel the energy drawing down. Inhale, one more. Exhale, so your bottom part of the body is feeling really heavy here. Inhale, reach up, stay grounded in the legs as you exhale, forward bend. Come halfway up, inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, lower back down. Again, hands might be on the floor, or you might grab your blocks here, stepping the left foot back to find lunge. Front knee is more or less on top of the front ankle here. Again, gently open the chest, look forward, and then when you're ready, place the back knee down. You can always untuck the back toes if you wish, otherwise finding your best way up. Either staying here, and again you have different options for your hands, see what works for you today, Or you might begin to sink a little deeper into the hips. You might draw the chest forward and lift the heart up to the sky, and you might look up. Notice your breath here. And release, bring the hands down. We're going to bring the front leg back. Remove the blocks. Again, keeping the hips more or less over the knees. We're going to start to walk the hands away, come into puppy dog pose. Again, gently release down. And for some of you, you might even be able to bring the chest and the chin down to the ground. Pressing into the hands to lift you up, bring the elbows to the ground as you shift forward. Sphinx pose. All 10 toes to the ground, hug the belly in, and draw the heart forward as you press into your arms. Okay, press into your hands, elbows out to the sides to release down. Bring your hands inside the rib cage, tuck the toes under. You might come straight up to plank pose, or you might come through hands and knees first. And downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. And remember that child's pose is always available throughout class. Take it whenever you need. Look towards your hands, start to walk the feet up. Forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Gently slide the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, lower back down. Bend into the knees, look forward, sweep the arms forward. Use those legs to press on up to stand. Hands to your heart, exhale. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to swan dive down, forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, lower down. Hands on the ground. We're going to step the right foot back and then the left foot back to come to plank. Option to drop the knees to the ground. We're going to take a vinyasa here, so lower down, chaturanga. And you might come all the way to the ground and inhale, coming up to either your baby cobra or your cobra pose. Gently roll the shoulders back and down and draw the heart forward. And release, coming back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, reach the right leg up high. And then draw the knee to your chest as you shift forward to plank. Can you squeeze the knee in and pick up the hips, round the spine. And then see if you can step the foot through between your hands as best as you can. If not, you can slowly make your way up, however you need to get there. Now from here, if you want to bring the blocks underneath your hands to give you a little bit more space in the pose, please do. Again, we're looking for more openness across the chest and looking forward here. We're going to slowly come on up. If your stance is really wide, feel free to adjust by bringing the back foot up an inch or so. And you might widen the stance also for stability. Again, you can use your hands to help walk you up. Or you might ground into the legs, squeeze the inner thighs together, and then reach the arms up overhead. Deep breaths. Again, arms can remain up high, or you might bring your hands to your heart or hands onto your hips. Make any minor adjustments as you need so that you're stable here. Keep grounding into the legs. Again, squeeze the inner thighs together. Pull the belly in and lengthen along the spine. But can we do so without tensing into the shoulders? So allow the shoulders to relax. One more breath here. Can we press a little more into the back heel? All right, from here, we're going to spin the back heel down. Open the arms out wide, finding warrior two. Again, keep grounding into the legs. And then at the same time, can we squeeze the muscles to your bones? Keep that spine nice and long. Pull the belly in as you lift up. One more breath. Reach those fingers away. When you're ready, circle the arms down, turn the back foot forward. Make any adjustments here so you're back into your lunge. All right, from here, we're going to, if you have your blocks, you're going to walk the blocks a bit further forward. I'm going to shift a bit so I stay within shot here. All right, we're going to shift the weight into the front leg and pick the back foot up. Now adjust your blocks or your hands as much as you need so you have space along the spine so you can straighten out the spine. Gently relax into the shoulders as you pull the top of the head forward and press into the back heel. Keep the belly strong. It's going to help you feel stable here. Option to stay right here. You can, otherwise you're going to start to bend into just a little bend into the bottom leg. You can bring your hands to your heart. Either here, or you might reach the arms back. See if you can do your best to square the hips to the ground. And it's okay if you lose balance. Just slowly make your way back into the pose. Bring your hands back down. We're going to remove the blocks, hands to the ground. Now, option to keep that back leg up, or you can place it down and walk back to your downward facing dog. Otherwise, you're going to bend into the standing leg, and you're going to hop the bottom leg back, and keeping the top leg up. Three-legged dog. Option to keep the leg up high, or you can always come back to your regular dog. We're going to move through your vinyasa. Inhale, bring both legs down as you come to your back bend, either your cobra or your upward facing dog. And making your way back, downward facing dog. Breathe. And then you're going to look to your hands, place the knees down to the ground. Again, your hips are over the knees as you walk the hands forward. Again, I'm going to move back here. Coming to your puppy dog pose. Press into your hands, come on up, bring the elbows down, belly down, Sphinx pose. Press toenails to the ground, ground into the hands and your arms. Reach the heart forward. Press into the hands, elbows out to the sides as you lower down. Bring your hands inside the rib cage. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Look towards your hands. You can either walk or you can hop the feet forward. Coming to your forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen along the spine. And exhale. Lower back down. Bend into the knees, look forward, sweep the arms forward. Use those legs, press on up. Hands to your heart, exhale. And stay a while, take a breath here. Noticing any sensations in the body. Noticing how you feel energetically. And observing your breath. And then whenever you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, lower down. Again, hands might be on the ground, or you might grab your blocks here, stepping the left foot back, finding your lunge. Again, open the chest, look forward. And then I just realized I missed one thing. So we're going to bring the blocks away and bring the hands down and step the right foot back, coming to plank. Option to stay here, or you can drop the knees to the ground. Vinyasa. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Again, child's pose is always available.
Take it when you want. Inhaling, left leg up high.
Draw the knee to your chest. Hold, shoulders are over the wrist right now. Squeeze the knee in, pick up the hips, round the spine. Press the ground away. And then, see if you can step the foot through. Now grab your blocks. All right. Open the chest, look forward. Breathe. Ground into the legs. We're about to come up, so if you need to make any adjustments here to be more stable, please go ahead. And when you're ready, keep grounding the legs, squeeze the inner thighs, pull the belly in. Find your best way up. Notice if you need to make any adjustments here. Again, arms can be up, or you might bring your hands to your heart, or hands onto your hips. All right. Deep breaths. Keep those legs grounded. Keep gently squeezing the inner thighs. Pull the belly in and lengthen along the spine, all the way up and out through the crown of the head. Shoulders are relaxed no matter what arm or hand positions you're using. And then see if you can exhale and send a little more energy into the back heel. All right. You're going to bring the back heel down. Make any adjustments as you need as you lower the arms down to Warrior Two. So ideally the front knee is either right on top of the front ankle or it can be slightly behind. Again, belly in and lifting up. Spine is nice and long. Keep the legs grounded down. Find those points of the feet. Can you find even grounding into the points of the feet? Again, squeezing muscles towards the bones and reach those arms out from the heart all the way out through the fingertips. All right, when you're ready, circle the arms down, pivot onto the back foot. Again, make any adjustments here so you're back into your lunge. Okay, from here, again, you're going to walk either your blocks or your hands slightly forward. You're going to shift the weight into your front leg and pick the back foot up. Again, I'll just shift back. All right. Pull the belly in, lengthen along the spine, and gently relax the shoulders away from the ears. Okay, keep the back leg strong. Press into the back heel and see if you can square those hips down. Find your steady breathing here. If you're struggling to breathe, see if you can change your position so that you can find your breath again, even if it means bringing the foot down. From here, bend into this, or soften into the bottom leg. You might bring your hands to your heart, and maybe arms back behind you, airplane. All right. Bring your hands back down. You're going to remove the blocks. Hands to the ground. Again, option to bring the top leg down and walk back to downward dog, or you're going to hop the front foot back, keeping the top leg up. Deep breaths here. Option to keep the top leg up, or you can always come back down to your normal downward dog as you take your vinyasa. Both feet to the ground before you come up for your back bend. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Take a breath. All right, when you're ready, we're going to slowly lower those knees down. Keep the hips on top of the knees as you reach the arms forward, coming to your version of puppy dog pose. Pressing into the hands, lifting up, elbows to the ground as you slide forward, coming to Sphinx pose. Press the hands down, press the forearms down as you lift the chest forward. Hands to the ground, elbows out to the sides as you lower. Hands to sides of rib cage, find your way back. to downward facing dog.
Take a breath here.
And then look to your hands, either walk or hop up. Forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine, and exhale down. Bending to the knees, look forward, sweep those arms forward, even grounding to both your legs as you press on up. Hands to heart, take a breath. Again, giving yourself a moment here to notice your body, notice your breath, notice your energy, notice your mind. All right, now from here, we're going to find grounding from the tops of the legs down. Find those points of the feet, so the center of the heels, pinky toe mounts and big toe mounts. Lift up into the arches of the feet, so the inner arches and outer arches. Lengthen along the spine. Relax the shoulders down. Alrighty. Now we're going to start to bring the weight into your left leg and start to pick the right heel up off the ground. You can keep your hands on your hips or hands in front of your heart. See what feels best. Now if you're feeling good here, you're going to start to peel that right foot up off the ground. Keep a micro bend into the standing leg, the left leg. You're going to either bring your front foot in front of the left or you might cross it over. Okay, you can stay here. Or you're going to start to sink lower into your standing leg and cross the right leg over, coming to eagle legs. You can stay here, or you might wrap that foot around the calf, but you might have to sink down a little lower. So see which option is best. You can always keep the right toes touching down. All right, breathe. Option to stay right here. Otherwise, open the arms out to the sides. You're going to start to bring the right arm under, cross at the elbows. Option 1, hands are on your shoulders. Option 2, bring the hands together. Option 3, you might do an extra wrap of the arms before bringing the palms together. Deep breaths. Can we lengthen the spine? Can we bring the elbows up, shoulders down, and maybe the hands a little further away from your face? Deep breaths. Now, if at any point you need to release the arms, please do. Otherwise, we're going to stand into the standing leg and lift the right leg up and slowly send it back, coming into your high lunge. Again, make any adjustments here so you're stable. Keep the arms bound if you wish, but again, you can always let them go. Ground the legs, squeeze the inner thighs. Pull belly in as you lift up along the spine. Option to stay here, or you might sink a little deep into the hips. Draw the heart forward and lift up, coming to a back bend. So you're going to draw the elbows up to the sky, and keep those hands away from your face. You can look straight ahead, or you might look up. Press into the back heel. And then slowly coming out of your back bend, we're going to release the arms. All right. Now, we're going to start to hinge forward at the hips. Imagine you're trying to touch the belly down onto your front thigh. If you want to bring the hands onto the ground or onto the floor, please do. Otherwise, we're going to keep the arms back. Shifting the weight into the front leg. Pick the back foot up, airplane. Deep breaths here. You're going to bring your hands to your heart now and see if you can come up to stand, maybe keeping the right leg up. From here, coming to tree pose, you're going to turn the knee out to the side. The foot can come down onto the ankle of the standing leg, or maybe the calf, or maybe the inner thigh. But we're not pressing the foot against the knee. So figure out where you're comfortable. the thigh or the calf, but nothing in between. Find your dristi. So that's a focus point. Or maybe a spot on the ground or straight ahead. Breathe. And then from here, gently peel the foot up. Can you keep the knee in front? And we're going to send the leg back as you place the hands down to the ground. Whoops. If you like, keep the right leg up. We're going to hop the bottom leg back to a three-legged dog, or you might just find your best way there. Okay. Option to keep the leg up, or you can come back to your regular dog as you move through your vinyasa. Both feet to the ground as you find your back bend. And downward facing dog. Breathe. From here, lower the knees down. So again, your hips are over the knees as you reach the arms forward for puppy dog. Press into the hands to lift you up. Shift forward, elbows down, find Sphinx pose. Press those toenails down, legs are strong, pull the belly in. And use those arms or hands as though you're trying to drag your body forward. Bring the heart forward. Keep the hands down, elbows out to the sides, lower down. Hands beside the rib cage. Come on back to downward facing dog. All right. Look to your hands, either walk or hop up, forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine, and exhale down. Bend into the knees, look forward, sweep the arms forward. Press on up with those legs. Hands to your heart, take a breath. Again, giving yourself a moment here. Noticing what might be arising. Paying attention within. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach up. And circle the arms down. Exhale. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower. Come all the way back up to stand. Hands to your heart. Grounding into the legs. Going to shift into the right leg now. Start to pick the left heel up off the ground. Option to stay right here. So hands can be on your hips or maybe in front of your heart. If you're feeling good here, you're going to bring the left foot in front of the right and hang out here. Or you might be able to bring that leg or the foot across. If you're feeling good here, we're going to start to sink into the standing leg and just cross that left leg over. Again, toes can touch down anytime. You might stay here, or you might sink a little bit lower and wrap the foot around the calf, but you're going to try to square the hips back towards the front of the mat. Now, if that doesn't feel good, please release the foot. Breathe. Belly in, spine is nice and long. Shoulders are relaxed. Option to stay here, or you might reach the arms out wide. Bring the left arm under, cross the elbows. Option 1, hands onto your shoulders. Option 2, bring the palms together. Option 3, you might do an extra twist along the arms before bringing the hands together. Staying here, elbows up, shoulders down, hands away from your face. Notice your breath here. If you're holding your breath or if you're struggling to breathe and this is not the right option wherever you are, come to a pose where you're able to find your breath. Again, you have the option to release the arms anytime you wish, but if you're feeling good here, we're going to stay with the arms bound. Lift the top leg up, come to stand. Slowly bring the leg back. Place the foot down, finding high lunge. Make your adjustments to find stability. Deep breaths here. Ground those legs, squeeze the inner thighs, pull up along the spine, so belly in and up. Option to stay right here. Otherwise, sink into the hips, come into a little back bend, pointing elbows up to the sky. Keep hands away from your face. Gently relax the shoulders down. You might look up or you can look straight forward. Keep pressing into the back heel, legs are strong. And then come on back to center. Release the arms. Hands can be behind you, or it can be on your hips or in front of your heart. We're going to start to shift or hinge forward at the hips. Imagine you're trying to bring the belly to the front thigh. Again, you can keep the arms back, or you always have the options of bringing the hands down onto the floor or onto your blocks. Shift the weight into the front leg and pick the back foot up. Lengthen along the spine. Breathe here. Press into the back heel. Bring hands to your heart. Again, if you lose balance, it's normal. Just find your way back. Draw the knee towards your chest. All right. Turn the knee out to the side, coming to tree pose. So maybe the foot is on the ankle of the bottom foot, and if you need to make your adjustments here, please do. Otherwise, the foot can come onto your calf, or maybe foot to the inner thigh. Again, we're not pressing against the knee. Keep grounding down into the bottom leg as you lengthen along the spine. Find your focus point. Relax the shoulders. And most importantly, find your breath. All right. From here, we're going to peel that foot off the standing leg, draw the knee back forward. We're going to bring the hands down to the ground and send the top leg back. Now from here, again, option to bring the foot down and step back to downward dog, or you might hop the bottom foot back. Keeping the leg up high or coming to your regular dog, we're going to shift forward to plank, vinyasa. Again, both feet to the ground as you come up for your back bend. Then coming back to downward facing dog. Deep breaths. All right, again, lower the knees down. Hips are on top of the knees. When you're ready, reach the arms forward for puppy dog. Press into the hands to lift up, bring the elbows down, slide onto the belly. Toenails to the ground, press into the arms and reach the heart forward. Hands down, elbows out to the sides to lower. Bring hands inside the rib cage. Slowly coming back to downward facing dog. Deep breaths. Look to your hands, either walk or hop the feet up. Forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And lower down. Bend the knees, look forward, sweep the arms forward and press on up to stand. Hands to your heart, exhale. Again, take pause. Noticing your inner landscape. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, lower back down. From here, again, hands can be either on the ground or you might grab your blocks. Step the right foot back, coming to lunge. Again, open the chest, lengthen the heart forward. Breathe. Pull the belly into towards the spine. So the belly's nice and engaged here. All right, when you're ready, we're going to lower the back knee down, but we want to bring that knee slightly forward so that when we come up, your hip is going to be on top of the knee. So again, find your best way up. Again, you might make any adjustments here as you need. We're going to keep the back toes tucked for now. Arms can remain up high, or you might bring your hands to your heart or hands onto your hips. All right. So when you're ready, let's all bring hands down onto your hips, or option 2, you're going to bring your hands onto the lower back. From here, we're going to gently draw the hips slightly forward. So we're not trying to drop the hips down, okay? We're going to just bring the hips slightly forward. Keep grounding into the legs. And then at the same time, you're going to draw the heart forward. Roll the shoulders gently back and down and lift the heart forward and up. Take your gaze anywhere you want, but you might eventually look up. Deep breaths. Now, if you're feeling good here, it's option to stay here, but if you're feeling good, you might release the right hand and you might bring that hand down onto the right heel and left arm up to the sky. Keep drawing the chest forward and up. Coming to your half camel pose. And slowly circle on up. Remove the blocks. Hands to the ground. And stepping back. Downward facing dog. Now option to stay here, option to take a child's pose, or option to take a vinyasa. Whenever you're ready, look to your hands, walk or hop forward. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine, and exhale down. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, and exhale, swan dive back down. Come halfway up, lengthen, and exhale, lower. Again, hands either on the ground or on your blocks. Step the left foot back to lunge. Open the chest, look forward, and breathe. When you're ready, back knee down, slightly forward, so it's going to be underneath your hip. Find your best way up. All right. Again, any placements for the hands, we're going to take a breath. Keep the legs strong, keep grounding and squeezing the inner thighs. And then we're all going to bring the hands onto hips, or maybe hands onto lower back. Fingertips might be pointing down, or maybe fingertips are pointing up, okay? See what feels right. Again, we're not dropping too much into the hips. We're going to just gently guide the hips forward. Lift the heart, lift the chest, gently roll the shoulders back and down. Keep lifting the chest forward and up. Take your gaze where it's comfortable. Option to stay here, or you might let go of the left hand, reach back for your left heel, and right arm might reach up to the sky. And circling the arms down. All right, hands onto the floor and step back, downward facing dog. Again, option to stay here for 3 breaths, or come to a child's pose, or vinyasa. Whenever you're ready, Look to your hands. Walk or hop the feet up. Forward bend. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands to your heart. Take a breath. All right. When you're ready, we're going to come on down to sit. So if you want, if you have a block with you or a cushion or a bolster, feel free to sit onto something to give you a little bit more elevation off the ground if that's what feels right. But otherwise, we're going to draw the soles of the feet together. Now, you don't have to think about pulling the feet right in towards your groin. Come to where it's comfortable. Both sitting bones are grounded. Now, we want to find a nice long spine. So if you're finding that you're sort of rounding to the back, pelvis is sort of tilting towards you, you're going to either sit up onto a block or your bolster or anything you have, or you're going to place the fingertips back behind you. You're going to start to lean into your hands or fingertips a little bit. Press into the fingertips as you lift the chest forward. Open the chest. Deep breaths here. So you're doing like a nice opening of the chest, a bit of a back bend here, it feels like. An option to stay right here. Otherwise, you're going to walk the hands a little bit closer towards your hips and see if you can still maintain this upright posture. At any time you feel like you're rounding again, then you can walk the hands back, lean into your hands and draw the heart forward, and that's where you'll stay. But if you're able to keep the spine nice and long, then you can release the hands and maybe you can place the hands onto your legs, onto your ankles or feet. Sit with shoulders relaxed, spine is nice and long. Relax into the legs. Deep breaths. Now, if you're able to maintain this spine, you're going to start to hinge forward at the hips. Little by little, taking your time. Your hands might come to the ground. You might walk the hands forward, keeping the spine nice and long. And come to a point where you're no longer to maintain the shape of the spine. Once you're there, hold. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, allow the spine to release, allow the spine to round, and allow the head and neck to relax. Deep breaths here. And taking one last breath. Slowly walk your hands back towards you to come to sit. Use your hands to help bring the knees together. You're going to walk the knees a little bit further apart. The feet a little further apart. Bring your hands back behind you and just gently sway the knees side to side. Okay, and come on back to center. You're going to hold on to your right knee and allow the left leg to extend out. Sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders. And again, the knee doesn't have to be all the way close to you. It can be a little bit further away and you can grab hold of the back of the leg. And again, you can sit onto a block and help elevate you a little bit to help you find this long spine a little easier. All right, when you're ready, you can either keep the right leg as is. We're going to come into a twist, so we're going to turn to the right in a moment. So option 1, keep the leg here. Option 2, you can draw that right leg across the bottom leg and see if you can still sit up nice and tall. Option 3, you're going to bend into the left knee and draw that foot close to your buttocks. Now, the important thing here is you don't want to be kind of lifting that right hip off the ground. So you want to be able to bring the hips back down. If not, you're going to straighten out the left leg again. So wherever you are, inhale, taking a nice long lift along the spine. Now on the exhale, we're going to twist, but I want you to visualize that twist coming from the belly. So exhale, twisting your belly button into the right leg. Come as far or as little as you like here, finding a place where you can stay. Your right hand maybe comes behind you on the ground, and you might wrap the left arm or the elbow around that right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Option to stay. Option to bring that elbow, the left elbow, to the other side of the leg, and again sitting nice and tall. If you want to come into a bind, you can thread this left hand through the leg, and the right arm is going to go behind your back, and maybe you'll find your fingers. Lengthen along the spine, breathe. And you might look towards your right shoulder. And gently release. Coming back to center, we're going to do a quick counter twist. We're going to bring the hands to the other side, hands or fingertips to the ground. Either stay here, or you might bend the elbows and bow down, and lifting back up. Coming back to center, you're going to uncross the legs, holding the left knee in and relax the right leg. Again, finding where it's comfortable for you to sit up nice and tall. Imagine trying to draw the belly towards the left thigh. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Option to stay here. Option 2, bring the left leg across. Option 3, you're going to bend into the right knee and draw that foot close to the buttocks. But again, we're keeping both sitting bones down, okay? So again, if you cannot sit evenly onto your sitting bones, you're going to re-lengthen the right leg. Sitting up nice and tall. As you exhale, the movement is coming from your belly first as you twist. So as far as you can go with your belly, that's where you're going to stay. Relax the shoulders. Left hand comes down to the ground behind you, or left fingertips. Right arm or elbow might wrap around the top knee. Or maybe you're going to reach that arm up to the sky and bring the right elbow to the outside of the top leg. Shoulders down, lengthen up the spine all the way out through the crown of the head. Option to stay, or you might come into a bind. Thread that front arm through the leg, and your other arm is going to come around the back, and you might hook the fingers together. Again, find that nice long spine. Draw the belly in towards the thigh. Relax the shoulders. Ground into the sitting bones. And breathe. And then release. If you're in the bind, come on back to center. Quick counter twist. You're going to bring your fingertips down to the other side. Option to stay here. Or you might bend into the elbows, bow down, and lengthen up. Come on back to center. Release the legs. Keep the knees bent, half the feet wide, hands behind you, and let's just gently sway the knees side to side. All right, now bring the legs roughly hip distance apart. You're at the top of your mat. And just going to give yourself a little squeeze, round into a little ball, squeeze tight. And then gently release the arms. You're going to keep the spine rounded. You can reach the arms forward. You can roll on down, one vertebrae at a time. Taking as much or as little time as you need. But see if you can really move one vertebra at a time as you lower. Come all the way down. Now reach the arms and legs away. Big stretch here. point the toes, reach the fingertips, and release. You can relax, bring the arms down alongside you, maybe about 8 or 10 inches away from the body. Palms facing up, finding your Shavasana. Give yourself a moment to settle in. You might have your eyes open or closed. Again, returning your attention to your breath. And again, noticing what's arising in your body. Any sensations, feelings that might be calling your attention as you rest here. Allowing all of these sensations and feelings to come into your awareness and to leave, coming and going, without you feeling the need to judge, to fix, or to change. Noticing any areas in the body that might be relaxing. And allowing yourself to feel into those areas and really enjoy this relaxation. And there might be other parts of the body that might still be holding on to tension or maybe reluctant to release. And you might, if it feels right, bring your attention to those areas. Again, without the need to change or fix. And just spending some time there and noticing what other sensations might be present besides tenseness or tightness. And as you stay with those areas, it may even happen that they naturally begin to let go. And from time to time, your attention might wander away. And just kindly and gently bring it back to your breath. And breathing in through the nose and out either through the nose or mouth. Notice how your body responds to your breath. And gradually work to lengthen your breath, especially the exhale. And taking one last deep breath in. Breathe all the way out. And whenever you're ready, bend your knees and gently roll over to your favorite side. Staying with this calmness and stillness within you, gently come on up to a seated position. You might choose to keep your eyes closed. And take a deep breath in and let it go. Again, breathing in, this time reaching the arms up overhead, palms meet. And as you exhale, draw the thumbs to your forehead for positive thoughts. Thumbs to your lips for kind words. And thumbs to your heart for inner peace and happiness. Whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.